Hey guys, so today I am doing a video about books that I have DNF'd. It's not like I've read part of these books and then decided I'm never going to read them again. It's basically just all of the books that I've started reading and either I just wasn't into them so I moved on to other things, or books that I was really interested came out around that time and so I put them down to read these ones and just haven't gotten back to them. I do plan to read all these books in their entirety. Some of them will probably be sooner than others. Yeah, I just thought it would be fun to show you the books that maybe I had a hard time getting into or wasn't interested enough in to get back to. So I guess we'll start with the most recent. I just kind of stopped reading this to read another one, and that is Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. I've read her Delirium trilogy and I really liked those. I just cannot get into this book. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what page I'm on because my bookmark keeps falling off. I think I'm somewhere around 80 pages and I was reading it for about a month and a half. I wanted to read it before the movie came out and I could not get into it, so I put it down to read 13 Reasons Why, which is what I'm reading right now. Don't know when I'm gonna get back to this, but I do want to finish it at some point. I should have listened to myself because before I read this I kind of thought I kind of just want to watch the movie. I don't think I'll really be into the book, but a few people told me that was really good and it was one of their favorite books, so I decided to read it and I just don't know. This book basically, from what I've read, is about a girl and she's not like a particularly nice person and she gets into a car accident and she has to keep reliving the same day over and over again. I haven't gotten that far into it, so I don't know what the reasoning is. I'm guessing it's so that she can become a better person or something. I don't really know. Since the theme of it is just the same day over and over again, I kind of thought that I might get bored by it, and I haven't even been able to make it through the first night, and I really don't like the characters in this so far. I haven't really gotten to know them that well, but from what I've been presented with, I'm just not a fan of them. I feel like it's kind of trying to show me that she's just going along with friends and she's not really a bad person, but they are, and she's just going along with them, but I think she's just as bad as them if she's going along with the mean things that they're doing. So yeah, just not a big fan. We'll see when I get back to this. The next one is Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Kahn and David Levithan. I started reading this during Christmas time because I wanted to read a Christmas book and I didn't finish it before Christmas, so I figured, oh, I'll just keep trying to read it. And then I just decided to give up on it so that I could read Monster Calls before the movie came out. I didn't dislike this while I was reading it, but I just wasn't into it. Like, I never felt like, oh, I want to go read this. I made it to page 122. I didn't even stop at a chapter, so I don't know. When I pick this back up, I don't know what part am I. I don't know if I'm going to pick this up next Christmas because it is a Christmas book, so it'd be kind of weird to like pick it up soon and start reading it, so I might just wait until next Christmas to try and finish the last half of it. It just wasn't my favorite. The next one I didn't know whether to include or not because I really didn't get far into it, but it was Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the illustrated edition, which you know it's bad when I can't get into Harry Potter. In 2015, I read the illustrated edition of The Sorcerer's Stone during Christmas time and I had so much fun, so I decided to read the Chamber of Secrets during Christmas time. I was just having a really hard time reading during Christmas time, especially since I did Vlogmas, so at night if I had any free time it would be to editing. So I only read one chapter of this. I'm sure I'm going to love it. Whenever I get to this, I'm gonna love it because I love Harry Potter and I love seeing it in illustrated form, but I've just been having such a hard time reading recently. I've literally only read one book this year and it is almost April. I've just been having a hard time reading for the past like 3 freaking years. The next book that I have is The Retribution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. The first 2 books in the series I loved. I was so into it. I read this one and for some reason right off the bat I was having a harder time getting into it. I don't know if it has something to do with the story or if I just like kind of fell out of the good reading period. I started reading this right at the end of November and so I kind of just put it down because I was like, there's Christmas books that I need to read. I got to chapter 23. It's about 165 pages in. I do want to get to this one soon because I just want to finish the series because I really was enjoying it. The next one is I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, and I've been wanting to read this book for so long. Everyone told me that I really like it because I love Ramble Rowell, and I guess people think that they're kind of similar. I'm not sure. I got 207 pages in. Again, I'm not on a chapter. If I start reading this again, I don't know where I'm gonna be at. It's not that I'm disliking it, it's just I'm really bored. I don't even know what's going on in the book right now. Like, it was so confusing. I just didn't know what was happening. I just found it quite boring. Alright, so the next book is Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I don't know how far into this I was because my bookmark fell out. So if I ever started this again, I'm just gonna start over again. I don't think I was very far, maybe just a few chapters or so. But I've heard so many good things about Sarah Dessen because I love contemporary. It's my favorite genre. I've never read a Sarah Dessen book and everyone talks about how she's like the queen of contemporary, so I figured I have to read her book. I picked this one and I just couldn't really get into it at first. I wasn't super hooked, and then I just started reading something else because I think something else came out. I've heard that her books are amazing. And then the last one is a pretty shameful one for me, and it is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Mortal Instruments and the Infernal Devices I devoured, and this one is huge, which is another reason why maybe I'm kind of avoiding it, because it's a bit intimidating, but I read City of Heavenly Fire in a day and a half, so I should be able to get to this. I'm on chapter 9, page 208. So I got pretty far in. I mean, not very far in comparison to how big this book is, but 200 pages is quite a bit. I just, for some reason, am not hooked. When I was reading it, I wasn't disliking or anything. I liked it. I loved being back in this world, and I liked the characters, but I just wasn't hooked. When it came down to reading, I was like, I should read this instead of I want to read this, so it was taking me forever. So I put it down because I figured it's so huge and I'm never gonna finish it going at this rate, because it took me like months to read those 200 pages. I do want to get to this one so soon because the next one's coming out. I really need to finish it, and I can't believe that I haven't. It's just insane. So yeah, those are all of the books that I have to show you. I really do hope to get to these books soon. Some of them especially. I just don't know, my reading brain is broken. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if any of these books are your favorites, and I really need to get to them soon. I hope you like this video, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!